I think if it's in your head to ask a question, it's a question that other people have got as well.
I'm pretty stupid. Hello, welcome, Swaddy Crowd. My name is Rob, and if there's one bugbear I have kind of watching YouTube content, it's the legal advice, the law side of things, the visas, the tax, the implications, the regulations. It all comes up in news, and I kind of understand that you have to cover it to a certain point, you know, to get ready for, you know, legislations and regulations and all that kind of jazz. But unfortunately, it's become kind of a bit of a hotbed of kind of clickbait and fear-mongering and things like that, and I thought, oh man, instead of complaining about it, which is kind of what I'm doing now, I'm going to do something about it. So with that kickstarts today's video where we talk to Cole Turner. He is an expat tax professional, and we're going to be covering digital nomad tax, and then we're going to do a bunch of other videos to cover whether you're from America, Australia, UK, the implications of what you need to know right now with the current regulations. No fear mongering, no BS, no crap, no clickbait. This is purely valuable information for you. There's no money that's exchange hands between me and Mr. Turner at all. We're just doing it for you guys. So yeah, we're going to keep it short and sweet, to the point, and hopefully give you guys some valuable information going forward. And well, I'm going to learn a thing or two as well. So let's dive into it with Mr. Turner.
It's boring. It's a boring subject, and people don't like. They just need to know the rules, right? So
Yeah.
if you've got questions, ask it.
And then there you go. And that is the introduction for today's video. We're going to keep it relaxed. He almost relaxed, and he's like, no, keep it professional, because here's our tax professional for the channel. And today we're going to be talking about digital nomads and their regulations with tax.
Yeah.
We kind of, in a lot of previous videos now, we kind of covered on the 180 day, whether you're from like the US, Australia, UK, they've got like different tax years, one's from January to December for the US, and Australia is different, and so is the UK. But the 180 days, once you're over that, even if you're a digital nomad, they're still liable to pay tax here.
Yeah, so yeah, good question. So if you've got a like one of the new DTV visas, for example, and they're working here, they're a digital nomad. If they stay here in Thailand 180 days or more in a calendar year, whatever they bring into Thailand, if it's from this source of like income that they're receiving overseas, they've got to file that on a Thai tax return. If they've paid tax in another jurisdiction, for example, depending if there's a double taxation agreement, maybe they can claim back the tax they've paid, but they have to file a tax return if they're bringing in that income. So if they're getting commissions or salary or dividends, things like this from overseas, they're bringing that into Thailand, so transferring, remitting, spending on a card, and they stay 180 days or more, they need a Thai tax ID number, they need to file a Thai tax return.
So even if it's like Americans or Canadians, like YouTubers, for example, we work for YouTube's an American company, so I'm working for an American company, getting paid into my UK account and then brought over to here. You know, you're still liable to be paying tax and doing things properly.
Potentially if they're bringing in those income sources, then they may have to file a Thai tax return for that money that they're bringing into Thailand. Potentially they can offset with tax credits, but it depends on their situation, to be honest.
Absolutely. So if you're here traveling, and even if you're kind of like dotting around going like Thailand, Bali, Philippines, things like that, you should be considerate of like how many days you're spending in the Kingdom of Thailand, because we can only really speak about Thailand in this video. And I was saying earlier, with that 180 day rule, it's not consecutively, right? That you wouldn't be able to do like 150 days and kind of bounce to one country and come back, because then once you get to the 180 in total, they'd then be eligible, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's 180 days in a calendar year. So if you come and go, they still get added up, within that year. So 179 days, you're not a Thai tax resident, you don't need to file a Thai tax return unless you've got domestic income, like a property rental income here in Thailand, or you've got a Thai salary. If not, if it's from overseas, you're here 179 days or below, you don't need to file a Thai tax return. If it's 180 or more and you bring in that foreign income, then you need to file a Thai tax return.
Sure. And I'm sure most of you are savvy enough to already have this kind of stuff in place. You're working online, it's easy for you to do the forms. We'll have a few videos on how to fill the forms out as well. What about people who have kind of like overlooked this subject and have not paid their tax? Like, is there any repercussions for those people? Can they like back pay it?
So
sort of process for them, like maybe hearing this going, wow, I've been here 200 days, I've not done anything. What will be their port of call?
So for this year, 2024. If people need to file a Thai tax return, they need to do it from the 1st of January all the way up until the 8th of April. That's the filing time when they can file. So for this year, they don't need to worry yet. They can file that. If they've not followed the rules in previous years, we do a lot of back tax filing. So we can file for back taxes and people haven't paid the taxes and they want to become compliant. We can help with that. For most people, they don't need to worry. If they file the back taxes, all they would pay would be the 1.5% tax on top of what they would owe per month.
So it's not too tragic for people that have forgotten.
Yeah, so if they do need to do that, then fine, we can help with those services. But I think, you know, for most people, they don't need to worry. They just need to comply with the rules moving forward. So.
Yeah, you're better off just kind of filling out a form, and for the most part, you've probably got nothing to worry about whatsoever. I know a lot of people kind of talk about it in the comments of other videos. We're going to stick to the facts and how kind of pretty much easy it is to fill it out and who owes what. But for digital nomads, it's pretty straightforward.
Yes, right? It is. Yeah, it is.
All right, that is going to do it for today's tax video. I think we've got about 9 more to come. Like I said, keep them short and sweet, to the point, information for you to know, for me to learn a thing or two as well. And yeah, hopefully I'll catch you on the next video. The next one will definitely be more fun than this. Take care, everybody.